This is part 2 of 14.3, writing proportions, and I'm also kind of going into solving them to kind of just be a preview of where we're headed. What's a world problem? I should say word problem. Example. You guys love word problems, right? Or world problems, I should say. Okay, it looks like we're going to be making some black bean soup. I'm stoked. I don't know about you. SpongeBob increases the amounts of ingredients in a recipe to make a proportional recipe. I don't even know what that means. The new recipe has 6 cups of black beans. Wait. Look at this beautiful table that's already been made for you. It's so gorgeous. Looks like black beans are going to be part of this. So the new recipe has 6 cups of black beans. Okay, write a proportion that gives the number X of tomatoes in the new recipe. So it looks like we don't know the X number of tomatoes in the new recipe. But I don't know what this is, Mr. Plunkett. This is impossible. Oh, here it is. It's right here. What information do we need from here? We need black beans and we need tomatoes. Okay, so black beans, 1.5. That is so beautiful. And the tomatoes, we got 1. That is so beautiful. Write 2 proportions to give the number of X of tomatoes in the new, X number, I should say, of tomatoes in the new recipe. Man, there's so many typos in this thing. Okay, anyway, we'll figure it out. From the last example, do you remember we can do this in 2 ways? Vertical, right? Vertical, which is really called the columns, right? Setting up the columns, or we can do the rows. Start with the columns. 1.5 black beans. I'm just going to put black beans. And over 1 tomato. And then that would be 6 black beans over X tomatoes. That looks like X times T. That's not good, but I don't know. Yeah, hopefully you understand. Okay, that means that we have different units in the same ratio, right? So this ratio has both beans and tomatoes. In this one, we're going to view column. So that's 1.5 black beans, and I'm going left to right, over 6 black beans, and then left to right here, 1 tomato over X tomatoes. So these are beans, so many beans. Careful, don't hotbox in the room. All right, so now we have tomatoes. Good, we're ready to go. How many tomatoes are in the new recipe? Well, we just talked about this. There are 2 different ways so far we've learned how to figure out the number of tomatoes. We can work horizontally or vertically. It doesn't matter how. So I'm going to work, let's see, why don't we try working horizontally? How do you get from 1.5 to 6? You multiply by, say you didn't know. It's 4, but say you didn't know. Here's how you could do it. To figure out the number you multiply by, you go, okay, I need to multiply by some unknown number. So 1.5 times some unknown number, get it? Let's call it unknown number. 1.5 times n is equal to 6. How do I solve for that unknown number we need to multiply by? You divide both sides by 1.5. And you get that unknown number. I should have said factor, huh? Because it's multiplying. So you take 6, you divide by 1.5, and it's 4. So that means we need to multiply by 4. And if I multiply by 4 up here, what do I need to do here? Multiply by 4. So I get how many tomatoes? Well, 1 times 4 is 4. 4 tomatoes. I should have said there are 4 tomatoes in the new recipe. That's right here. I didn't even have to do this. Oh, well, I'm writing it anyway because I'm so awesome. Okay, I could have also done vertically. How do I get from 1.5 to 1? 1.5 times some magical factor, 1.5, wait, that's right here. No, it's not. 1.5, and this time we'll use F, times the magical factor equals 1. Okay, I'm gonna divide both sides by 1.5, divide by 1.5. And what are we gonna get? Well, I'm gonna take the calculator over here. 1 divided by 1.5 equals 0.66667. So that means I multiply 1.5 times 0.6667 and I get X. That means if I multiply 6 by that 0.6667, which is like lots of 6s, it's actually multiplying by 2/3, right? So I'm multiplying by 2/3. But I know that's 0.6 repeating. You know it's 0.6 repeating, hopefully. Okay, so if I multiply that times 6, I should get 4 times 6 equals, beautiful! I got 4. And you could do the same thing over here, but it's really going to be just a repeat of one of the methods we just showed right here. So either way, you're going to get 4 tomatos. Word problems aren't that scary. I just have to read every word. The only thing that stops me a lot of times is, a lot of cases, is that I'm lazy. Yes, that's right. You are. And me too. We all like to conserve energy. When I'm lazy, I usually blame the who for the fact that I don't get it. The teacher. Oh, Mom and Dad, it's the teacher's fault. First, I should blank every word from the first to the last. Oh, actually read. Oh. I should actually blank to understand the question. Oh, try. Oh. If I do have a question, I should ask a specific question about exactly where I'm stuck. And this is just for all of you. You can do more than you think you can. You are all an amazing group of people. I like you a lot. I will see you the next time. Bye-bye.